And going back to Pakistan, on Sunday, the country's newly appointed Chief Justice, Qazi Faez took the oath of office. 24 hours on, the ceremony is still making headlines. Why is that? Because of the unusual nature of that ceremony. Just have a look at this headline and image. The new Chief Justice is being praised for inviting his wife to stand by him during the oath-taking ceremony. And this symbolic gesture has left many people intrigued, simply because it is unprecedented. To the best of our knowledge, it hasn't really happened before. There have been several Chief Justices in Pakistan, but none of them have taken the oath with their spouse standing next to them. And this begs the question, what made Qazi Faez do this? And to understand that, we'll have to delve a bit into history. 2019 to be precise. This is when the President of Pakistan, Dr. Arif Alvi, had filed a presidential reference against Qazi Faez. A presidential reference is basically a legal proceeding of sorts under which disputes involving the state and the union are deliberated upon in court. So what was the reference against Qazi Faez about? His assets and properties. It was alleged in the reference that the properties belonged to Justice Isa's wife were actually his own. This was alleged without issuing any notice to the wife or hearing her point of view. The wife successfully challenged the order, and she established that she had an independent means of livelihood and was a separate taxpayer since she had started working in 1981. In April 2020, much to the embarrassment of Pakistan's president, the apex court quashed the presidential reference, and then in January 2022, it issued a detailed verdict stating that the Federal Board of Revenue had obtained the tax records of the judge and his family in an unlawful manner. So in a way, you could say that the establishment tried going after the Chief Justice of Pakistan and his family, but failed miserably. And the Chief Justice inviting his wife to stand next to him during the oath is a gesture rooted deep in symbolism. From the political point of view, it sends out a message as well to the Pakistani establishment, a message that bullying him and his wife has gotten them nowhere. And secondly, it sends out a message of inclusivity and equality, a message which underlines the importance of recognizing women as equal partners. I mean, how many times do you see a man, especially a Pakistani leader, giving credit to their spouse? And while we're at it, let's also discuss the credentials of this man. Who exactly is he, and what is going to change now that he is Pakistan's Chief Justice? And what sort of challenges is he going to face? To start with, Justice Isa has practiced law for over 27 years in Pakistan. He completed his bar professional examination from the Inns of Court School of Law, London. And from time to time, he has been called upon by High Courts and the Supreme Court as amicus curiae, under which he has rendered assistance in certain complicated cases. And besides this, he has also conducted international arbitration. Next question, what sort of challenges could he face as Pakistan's Chief Justice? The biggest test he might face will be regarding the general elections, the fact that they are supposed to be held within 90 days of the dissolution of the Pakistan Assembly, but have been postponed by Pakistan's Election Commission. And besides this, he will also have to maintain a working relationship with the executive and the country's politicians who have been trying their best to use the judiciary for political motives. And lastly, he will have to lead the Supreme Court on the pending hearing on the trial of civilians by military courts. And it will be interesting to see his stance on the issue. Suffice to say, the new Chief Justice of Pakistan will have his hands full, and here's hoping he is able to perform his duties without pressure or interference. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.